Hi everyone, back with another 5-minute stock analysis, this time on Mercadolibre. Really interesting company, fantastic performer over the last 10 years. Since IPO really, it's tremendous growth, a millionaire maker type of stock. Market cap's now 55 billion, but the sky's absolutely the limit, and why I'm going to be talking about it today. Often called the eBay of Latin America, so it does a lot of things that I'm going to talk about in a minute, but it has an e-commerce platform that is the main source of its revenue. The majority of its revenue is from Brazil, but it's rapidly expanding and is now in 18 Latin American markets, so that's why it's known as the eBay of Latin America, but it's much more than that. I'd just like to take this opportunity to remind you to subscribe if you're enjoying the content and to help the channel grow, and please comment if you agree or disagree or whatever with anything I'm about to say. So Mercadolibre has six business segments. The main one is Mercadolibre itself, which is the marketplace platform that it started with. Kind of like eBay, sellers pay commissions on successful transactions. The main metric here is gross merchandise volume. They have Mercado Envios, which is the logistics and shipping business. This is really a burgeoning business right now, tremendous growth, and it's going to be crucial for Mercadolibre's growth in Latin America. This is somewhere where there's competition is widespread, but there's really no company has tremendous infrastructure, nothing like they have in North America or Europe. Mercado Credito, which is the banking segment. A lot of people, a very large percentage of South American society is unbanked. They have large unbanked populations. Mercadolibre is part of that solution and trying to capitalize on this. If you can get people in, they have really high switching costs, get cross-sell them into other products. Mercado Pago is probably the second biggest segment, and it's definitely the second most important, and it's quickly growing. It's kind of like PayPal, so a broad offering of financial services, payments processing, mobile payments, credit cards, things like that. This is going to be the future of Mercadolibre's growth. Mercadolibre itself will eventually reach saturation, much like eBay or Amazon have. But Mercado Pago is going to be tremendous growth. It started as a purely on-platform payment system, where it's now growing rapidly off-platform. So as you can see, it's kind of like eBay and PayPal pre-split, but it also has logistics and banking. So it's a really complicated mix. I think it really simplifies it to call it like the eBay or Amazon of Latin America. It's much more than that. So why do I like this business so much? That's fantastic growth. I'm going to go through the numbers in a minute and the third quarter highlights. But growth has been absolutely fantastic. As I said, tremendous stock growth over the previous 10 years. And I can't see this slowing down anytime in the future because it has such long-term tailwinds. It has a huge total addressable market, basically a continent that is a high percentage of unbanked people, very sparsely used digital payments, and increasingly want for cashless payments, but not really any facilities for it. So there's a lot of companies that are trying to do this, Mercado Pago being one, Stone Co. There's lots of companies that are trying to do this. Optionality, so there's many companies that have a lot of optionality, but I think you could argue that Mercadolibre is one of the ones with the most. It's stretched from one business early on with just the marketplace to now 6, all growing at tremendous rates, and I can't see it stopping. It'll continue to move into different industries. I think it's really at the start of its efforts into banking, and I can't see this slowing down. So like I said, it's still in the early innings, specifically even on the marketplace platform, which is the main source of revenue. Only 79 million active buyers versus a potential market of 650 million. So there's a lot of room for growth here for Mercadolibre, and that's just in the marketplace. Just going to speed through these revenue numbers, so feel free to pause if you want a greater insight. But the net revenues are up tremendously year over year. 1.1 billion to 1.857 billion. That's about 73% growth. Absolutely tremendous. The numbers vary quarter over quarter, but they've had 3 previous quarters with triple-digit revenue growth. These are going to vary year over year and quarter over quarter, just due to the nature and due to changes in the global environment. But these are just absolutely tremendous on an FX neutral basis. Really strong growth, particularly for the valuation, which I'm going to go into in a minute. So the company as a whole, most recent quarter was the best ever in terms of revenue, just smashing it across the board. Credit portfolio nearly tripled. Gross merchandise volume up 30%, so you can see that the Mercadolibre platform is actually one of the slowest growing segments, and this is truly incredible quarter over quarter growth at this scale, and just shows the power of its optionality. I'm really impressed with these numbers, particularly this valuation as mentioned. Looking at Mercado Pago's individual quarterly highlights, so this is I think the most attractive segment of the business. Just to go to a comparison for total payment volume on and off platform, you can see that off platform is growing at a much higher rate as you would hope to see, and this payment volume is rapidly expanding for both, but particularly off platform, which is exactly what I want. This is very similar to how PayPal grew with eBay. Over time, the off platform payments grow more and more because you get people in and they don't want to switch. This is part of the moat and part of why I like Mercadolibre so much, and I think Mercado Pago is going to be an incredible asset to this company. Looking at the chart right now, Mercadolibre is literally right at the bottom of its 52-week range. It's been a tremendous company to own over the last 5 years, up over 700%. Did extend quite a lot of that in 2020, just because of a lot of pull forward, a lot of people using the platform through necessity. This is its lowest valuation in a year, and I was a bit scared to pull the trigger on this company when it was at 2,000. I really liked it. Now I absolutely love it, and I've just recently opened up a starter position because I just think this valuation is so attractive. Of course, it's been hit. The main hit of the valuation has been the recent market scare. Nothing fundamental in my opinion. Looking at some basic valuation numbers, because everything else is pretty meaningless for this company in my opinion. It has a strong balance sheet. There's nothing really scary. Forward PE basically meaningless because they're not particularly trying to be profitable because they're expanding so many areas. 9 times sales basically for an early stage eBay PayPal with really strong in-class logistics in a difficult environment and burgeoning banking services in a region with a large unbanked population. Important to remember, Mercadolibre will grow with the rise of digitalization and economic growth of these countries. I just think this is an absolutely tremendous opportunity to own a real generational business in my opinion. I think this could easily be a 10-bagger in 10 years. It's the type of company that is very rarely looks cheap. I think this is about the cheapest it's looked in a long time, so I'm going to be loading up at these valuations.